Here he comes from inside his own 5. So the UCLA Bruins offense will start this game off with the football. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy. And because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field is Spears. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have.
Oh, that's going to be a safety.
And that is how you set the tone as a defense. On the first drive of the game, you're not just getting a 3-and-out. You're not even just getting a turnover, but you actually score points with a safety to open this thing up.
Finds a little space. So Fresno State's offense will go to work for the first time. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Yeah, and let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Right on the money. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rip.
There he goes.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Handoff from the gun. What a cut. Now he's loose. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Spears. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll heave it deep, working that left side. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Bruins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Touch pass on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
On the ground. makes his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to be in the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can...
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Fresno State will have to punt. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Off the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He leaves it with his back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Spears. Snagged out of the air. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Bruins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Got his man on the right. Tackled there by the defense. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the right. Wide out trying to get it in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agreed. be, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Fresno State will have to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault, precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The run from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half.
He wants to take the top off. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Turning it on! And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Got a man. It's Abraham. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Bulldogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Got his man on the right. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Fresno State will have to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking to throw, it's Spears. Back open in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He has the first and still on his feet. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. On target. Nice move there. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is a premium for this offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the...
There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Fresno State lines up with a first and goal. Try to barge their way in. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Going to take a shot on second and short. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fit it in the window for the score. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Spears. Fires to the right. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
A most
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Bruins inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0.
Get set, get set.
On the run, it's Cameron. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get to space and make the big game.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. The inside handoff. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
A stop and return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. He definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.